Only a few weeks ago, Nintendo released Pokémon Snap on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. Now they're back with more Nintendo 64 goodness, and it's yet another game starring those pesky pocket monsters. That's right, Pokémon Puzzle League is coming to the Switch this week. That's cool and all, but is it worth playing in 2022? To answer that question, I decided to flip through the pages of Electronic Gaming Monthly, GamePro, Hyper, and more classic magazines to see what critics said back when Pokémon Puzzle League first came out. Join me for a puzzling new episode of the Nintendo Switch Online Review Crew.
Do you have the skill? Do you have the speed? Do you have the coordination to be Pokemon Puzzle Master?
We got you! Sign it!
Do you have what it takes to face your toughest opponent yet? The Wall. New Pokémon Puzzle League pits you against 16 trainers in Pokémon's biggest challenge of them all. The Wall. Can you master it? A legion of Pokémon say you can. Pokémon Puzzle League. And now on Game Boy Color, Pokémon Puzzle Challenge with new gold and silver characters. Rated E for everyone.
When Tetris became a smash hit on both the Game Boy and the Nintendo Entertainment System, it proved that even without a lot of star power, gamers will flock to a foreign puzzle game with a crazy title if it's good enough. Unfortunately, that's not the lesson that Nintendo learned from that experience. Instead of trusting the audience, Nintendo chose to cram their beloved characters into pretty much every puzzle game going forward. Puyo Puyo suddenly became Kirby's Avalanche, Dr. Mario stepped in to write a few prescriptions, and Panel Dupont morphed into Pokémon Puzzle League. While the rebranding feels cynical and maybe a little unnecessary, that doesn't change the fact that Puzzle League is a great puzzle game that will appeal to everybody, even those of us who couldn't care less about Pokémon. In fact, when you look at the reviews, a lot of them hope that you'll just completely ignore the involvement of those pesky pocket monsters. Electronic Gaming Monthly's Chris literally starts his review by saying, "Forget the fact that this game's got the Pokemon characters and is a nearly spot-on update of the Super Nintendo puzzle classic Tetris Attack. Quite simply, this is the best two-player puzzle game I've ever played. It takes really mastering the game to understand the nuances of the combo and the chain system. Watching two experienced players face off can be a knuckle-biting experience. To ignore this game because of its Pokemon facade would be a crime. While EGM may view this as one of the greatest multiplayer games of all time, GamePro had a somewhat different take. With the Pokemon trappings, they viewed it as a game aimed directly at small children. Puzzle League is designed for young gamers, encouraging problem solving, something parents will love. Older puzzle fans who have a high Jigglypuff tolerance will also enjoy this well-structured offering. As Cam Shea over at Australia's Hyper magazine points out, Jigglypuff doesn't actually have a lot to do in this game. For all the Pokemon fans out there, the Pokemon themes may be relatively well integrated into the game, but only at the level of garnish. For instance, throughout the championships, you'll be awarded a plethora of badges, but these have absolutely no functional value whatsoever. Likewise, at the start of each bout, you have the option to select one of 3 Pokemon. Your choice makes no difference to the gameplay whatsoever. They gave it an 88 out of 100. That score is largely in line with the other magazines from around the world. The UK's N64 Mag gave Pokemon Puzzle League an 89%, while it scored a slightly lower 8.1 out of 10 from Nintendo Power. The lowest score I could find came from Next Generation, but I suspect that has more to do with the fact that they had a rigid 5-point scale and didn't allow for half points. Nintendo is certainly the master of spinning franchises out until they cover every conceivable genre. So it comes as no surprise to see that the popular Pokemon characters are now championing a puzzle game. Overall, it's a surprisingly fun experience, if a little on the cute side. It may not be up to Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo standards, but it's still one of the best puzzlers on the Nintendo 64. Of course, what's even more frustrating is that it's really the only Nintendo 64 puzzler that you can get right now on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. So, You really just have to grin and bear the unnecessary Pokemon trappings. Look, at least the puzzling is worthwhile, especially if you have 2 players. Give it a look.
左右2つのパネルを入れ替えて3つ揃えばポンと消える同時消し連鎖消しでお邪魔パネルがポンと出る3連鎖5連鎖対戦プレイで熱くなるアクションパズルゲームスーパーファミコンソフトパネルでポン新発売パネルで
Hey, thanks for watching us talk about these classic reviews. If you like this kind of stuff, then you should know that we post one of these episodes every time Nintendo updates their online subscription service with classic games. We have a whole playlist full of these, as well as one for the PlayStation Plus. Now, here's the question I have for you. What is your favorite puzzle game? Look, I'm partial to Tetris, as it's really the game that started this craze in the first place. However, there really are a lot of different types of puzzle games, so I'm excited to see your picks in the comments below. In other news, we'll be back on Monday with another episode of Next Generation's 1-star reviews. While you wait for that, I strongly recommend you click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then,